Okay, all right. I've been on vacation for a little bit, and I didn't really upload anything here for about 3 weeks, so not counting vacation. Me, I haven't uploaded in a month, but hey, I'm back now. How's it going? How's it going? So let's get right into it. Let's just jump, or if you show up to Franco, let's jump right into it. All right, the first guy I have is Jim Ross. Now, I just want to point out that if this was like if I was actually ranking this, then Jim Ross would be number one, no doubt. Okay. I'm just gonna keep this short and sweet because I'm already recording this twice already. So the first example being when where Vince made him kiss his derriere in front of a live audience in his hometown, as well as millions on national television. How did you ever make money, Vince? That's all I gotta say. There was that one time where Vince pulled a bunch of objects out of Ross's butt. Eventually, he grabbed his head and said, "Oh, he had his head up his ass. Vince, you are a psycho." Oh yeah, there's also 2011 where he mocked Ross's Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy? I don't know. If you didn't know, it's a disease that can make like your face kind of scrunched up. It can be fatal occasions. But don't worry, in some occasions it is according to my research, it's a pretty rare disease, but it's still pretty bad. It's still pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. So Ross was JR was noting to have this disease, this illness, and notably that's why Michael Cole became part of the mainstream as he was out in 1999 because of the illness. Anyway, so my point is this. My point is that Vince decided to mock it in front of millions of people on live television by scrunching up his face like this. See where this is going? Yeah, and doing a Stone Cold chant that JR would do. Thanks, good job for helping people to help raising awareness to illnesses, WWE. Nice job on that. Number 2, Daniel Puder. All right. So knowing about the last entry, it's especially hard for WWE to champion Be a Star. It's 30 words to keep biting WWE in the rear end, and deservedly so in some cases. Like, Be a Star is, like, if you want to support that, like, if WWE wants to support that, that's fine. But when you air a public hazing spree on national television and a live pay-per-view, that's not going to stand, trust me. It ruins it, if anything. So Daniel Puder got into a shoot wrestling match with Kurt Angle. I would expect you to know this wrestling terminology, but for the idiots who don't know it, humor. For the people who don't know, a shoot wrestling match means it's a wrestling match that's real, for context. So they're wrestling in a shoot wrestling match, and what happens is that Puder puts Angle in a Kimura lock, which could have broken the man's frickin' arm. It would have nearly broke his frickin' arm. Oh, it's true. Thankfully, a referee was able to count to 3, and meaning Puder lost. But Angle was pissed that he got schooled by this guy. So what did he do next? What did WWE do in this response to either writing in a shoot wrestling match happening or I don't know, just taking him off TV for a little bit or putting him on Raw where he doesn't have to deal with Angle? Simple. They just hazed him on national television. So Angle and this eventually led to Puder getting the crap kicked out of him by Hardcore Holly, and then by Hardcore Holly, Benoit and Guerrero at the Rumble. Yep, there we go. On the third biggest pay-per-view on WWE's calendar, the first, couple minutes of the match for watching a public hazing spree. Not saying he's justified, I'm just saying it's stupid. Alright, here's the last one I'm going to do for this video because it's already going a little too long. The last one I'm going to do is going to be, of course, Chris Masters. WWE decided to mock him having steroids, to him getting the juice. Where he had the second biggest man in the company, Triple H, mock him on air for it. Master says, "Oh, I'm writing a book." And Trips is like, "What are you going to call it? How to lose 50 pounds in a day?" Way to help people get over drugs, WWE. And that's it. I'm going to have a part 2 coming soon because this one was pretty short. So, be